Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Hard West. In the previous episode, we assaulted the fort, blocking our way northward. And it appears as though there are more natives blocking our way that we must take care of. Anyways, seeing as how we have taken care of sending out the scouts, what we are going to do is head for the abandoned wagon. The company came upon an abandoned wagon lying out in the open, left behind by an earlier group of explorers. There were no bodies, but plenty of supplies. Zacharias warned Vasquez it could be a trap. Raid the wagons, peons. With the posse standing guard, the peons managed to bring back everything that had been left in the wagon, including medicinal supplies and several bottles of whiskey. And by medicinal supplies we mean just 4 bottles of liquor and a Lancaster pistol. Now that we've done that, head for the hunting grounds. The area was well suited for hunting. The animals here were clearly the main source of food for the natives. Vasquez pondered whether to use the woods to hunt for sustenance, or to burn them down and cut off the natives' food supply. Burn it to the ground. Vasquez's men built a large bonfire, soaked it in alcohol, and lit it. It did not take long for the flames to spread. Soon, the entire forest was being devoured. Yeah, this is why you want to do a ton of hunting earlier on. If I recall correctly, we should still be able to do some hunting from the mission ruins. We probably just wouldn't get as much food. Now then, if you didn't do as I did and hired them ahead of time, return to the village back here and hire peons until you have about 40 to 50 at our disposal. But because we already did it, we don't need to do that, so now we need to head to each barrow and slaughter the natives. The barrow served as both a home and fortress for the natives. Slaughtering its inhabitants would reduce their resistance, or even stop their attacks altogether. Peons were sent into the barrow to slaughter the inhabitants. Every barrow inhabitant, regardless of gender or age, was slaughtered. Peons brought back anything that appeared useful. Yeah, from doing all this, we'll get 2 cards, 300 gold, 4 mandrake roots, and 1 dream catcher. Peons were sent into the barrows. It did not take long for the peons to be overpowered. Panicking, they streamed from the tunnels in terror. Many did not make it out alive. Get back in there. There we go. Let's see, there's Ace of Hearts, which I think was actually the disguise we could have used. Is it? No, actually. No, that's... No, Ace of Hearts is the Crippler. Never mind. Let's head for the Eastern Barrow. Send them in. Overpowered. Send them in. Overpowered. Send them in. Oh, for the love of... Alright, let's head for the mission ruins and heal some people up. There we go. Every barrow inhabitant. Yeah, there's a dream catcher and the 4 mandrake roots. And some extra cash. Now, we're going to head for the old cemetery. All the natives had been slaughtered. Digging up the graves was essentially risk-free. Dig them up. After hours of digging, they discovered a chest. The items it held were as mysterious as the origins of the building. A black robe covered in blood, an amulet covered in disturbing carvings, and an old notebook that had clearly been written by a madman. It spoke of a chapel on a high rock, face of dead gods, and a red star. Vasquez pocketed the amulet and joked that their next task should be to find that chapel and burn it to the ground, to spite the dead gods, their face, and their star. Ooh, I don't like the way that Alvarez is going. Alright, heal up the peons, and we're probably going to need more. Yeah, I'd say so. So let's hire some more. It's not like we don't have the money for it. But anyways, from that, we got a holy musket, which is a trinket, poison vial, bone amulet, and then if we head to the excavation site... Well, hold up, let me check, see if I'm right on this. Yep, there's the holy musket. Very useful, very powerful. Then we head to the excavation site. With all the natives dispatched, there was no risk finishing the excavation. Do it. After hours of digging, they discovered a chest. The items it held were as mysterious as the origins of the building. Black robe covered in blood, blah blah blah, same thing over and over again. Well, that got us a card, 300 gold, a serpent amulet, which is also a trinket, much like the holy musket, and one eagle figurine. Now we head for the chapel. After a long and dangerous journey to the top of the cliff, they discovered an old chapel. Instinctively, Zacharias thrust his hand into a stoop located by the entrance and crossed himself. Now then, make sure that Alvarez refuses to cross himself. Initially, the interior of the chapel looked like any other, but as they examined it more closely, they saw it was covered in pictures and carvings of the natives' pagan religion. The centerpiece of the chapel, where the altar should have been, it was an ornate pedestal with a jade mask resting on top of it. Vasquez seemed mesmerized by the mask's presence. He slowly approached it, then grabbed it with both hands and thrust his face into its dead eyes. Vasquez put on the mask. Yep, we are the Masked Man. The very same that we sought revenge on in the story that we couldn't finish. The mask embraced Vasquez's face like a long-lost lover. In that blinding, all-seeing moment, he felt he perceived all things. A feeling of absolute security and power overcame him. When he was able to look around again, he noticed that the texts on the walls, previously incomprehensible, were now perfectly legible to him. Zacharias watched in awe as Vasquez approached the tablets and read them aloud. They spoke of a temple beyond the mountains that held immense wealth and infinite power. Suddenly, Vasquez went silent. He read on silently for himself. Sacrifice was required, the tablet said, to gain access to the hidden city. The masked wearer must kill his dearest friend. Vasquez told Zacharias he knew what must be done. Midway in their descent, Zacharias began coughing and he felt ill. The same feeling overwhelmed Vasquez. It seemed the holy water had not been holy water after all. Luckily, it seemed the poison had been there a long time and had lost much of its potency. That's why you don't want to, you know... find the right words. Didn't want him to cross himself. Now then, we do still have all of his scars, as you can see. Whoops. As you can see, we still have the missing forefinger and the spinal jeopardy. We do have a tactical mission coming up. I don't think it's going to be as long as the fort was, so we should be able to get through it in the time we've got left. Punish the traitor. From the hill, the masked Vasquez watched the camp. He felt that something must be wrong. Things were too quiet. Attack the camp. Okay, Zacharias. We are actually going to change up his equipment at long last. We are going to give him... a navy gun, musket. Okay, so we're not changing it up that much. And lucky coin. See, Sunko gets the ivory flintlock and the holy musket. Very powerful weapon. But you can only be shot once before having to reload. So what? Let's see. We are also going to give him the bone amulet, which gives him plus 10 aim. As for Vasquez, or the Masked Man, we are going to give him a Navy gun, holy musket. Did we get a second one? Oh, duh. Shoot. We were supposed to visit the Fate Trader to buy another one. How do I keep missing stuff? Because I don't pay attention. Oh well, no biggie. It shouldn't make too big of a difference in this regard. I'll swap out the Golden Derringer for the Navy gun. Stick with the snake leather boots. Honestly, the Holy Musket was the only thing that changed that I don't have, so meh. Now then, when we distribute our cards, we want to make sure everybody gets a movement bonus. Let's see, movement, let's see. Let's take some of these off. Still no HP cards for him. But let's see, 70, 60, 75. Let's give him some cards that give him an aim bonus. That should give him a pair, yep. For the Masked Man, let's see. 6, 6, 9. Hard to say. Let's give him... Well, let's give him Beast Hearing and Barrage to give him that pair. Yeah, that should be good. I know I can give more cards, but I don't think I really need them. Especially considering I'll probably take away some movement bonuses. Well, maybe not. Nope, that'll ruin it. Okay, that should do. Like I said, we're supposed to have gotten another Holy Musket for the Masked Man, but it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Yeah, it does a ton of damage, but I'm sure we'll be fine. Well, with that, we have to proceed to combat. Diego would pay for his treachery in blood.
Vasquez was in a difficult situation, but his goal was finally within reach. He would do whatever it took to fulfill his destiny.
So we are immediately in combat. Now then, O'Connell will lose 1 HP per turn until we rescue him. We want to try and get to him as quickly as possible, but we have to bear in mind that Zacharias and the Masked Man need to live. I need to move Zacharias into a better position so that he can make use of that ricochet. Actually, in this case, let me switch over to the Navy pistol, yeah, or Navy gun. Masked Man. Let's see, there's a guy right behind this door. So I don't want to go there. I want to go here instead to get a flanking shot on this guy. Alright, we'll need to make our way through, get to him as fast as possible. He's probably going to be low on HP by the time we reach him. But so be it. Better he be low on HP than dead. Yep. But yeah, getting to him is why we needed the movement bonuses. Let's see if I can move in a way that gets me behind cover, but still aiming at this guy. Ah, of course not. But it doesn't look like there's anybody here that can shoot at us yet. Uh-oh. Somebody nearby. Okay, Zacharias, you take that guy out. Alvarez. Oh, come on. I know the guy's right there. I can see his shadow. Suncove, you swap over to your musket. Take this guy out. Yeah, there's a way around through here, so let's go for this direction. And just stick to being behind full cover. Suncove, I'm gonna need you to reload. Because both your guns have only one shot. And it makes me really wish I had another Navy gun to use. Ooh, that's not good. Nah, I've got enough to survive whatever they throw at me. Especially if they miss.
They found O'Connell in time and treated his wounds. Moments later, he was ready to join the fight again.
Okay then, well, in that case, first things first, go right here and shoot this guy. He's only got a pepper box. Surprised they left him that much. But I guess they didn't expect him to survive. Now, Diego is going to be, of course, here within the church. So we need to start making our way over there. Alright, Zacharias and Suncove can head up this way. Meanwhile, Masked Man and O'Connell can head up this way. Probably going to try and keep O'Connell in the back. I don't want to lose him as a posse member. Hello. So probably won't be using him that much. Sunco, you reload your flintlock. May as well reload my Navy gun.
Diego begged Vasquez to stop this madness, but the man in the mask did not listen. To him, there was only one way this could end.
Shame I don't have enough luck. Gotta kill Diego. Probably gonna have to kill the other guys too, but let's take care of Diego first just because he's the most powerful one here. Froze up there for a sec. Unfortunately, I can't hit Diego with Zacharias, and there's no metal for me to ricochet something off of. Great. Sunco, you should be able to move in close enough to hit Diego. Or you can miss, but I blame that primarily on your luck. And Zacharias, you may as well take the shot at the native gunman. Some damage is better than no damage at all. Okay, Zacharias. Is he really the only one you can hit? Weird. I doubt killing Diego is just going to end the mission, even though that is the objective, so I'm not going to move the masked man in here. Ooh, 50% chance. I'm going to take it.
Vasquez gazed dispassionately at the remains of his oldest friend. Zacharias moved to console him, then saw Vasquez was cold and firm as stone. His protege was beyond sympathy now.
Oh boy. Okay, reload. And then let's see what we got. 54, 51. Is there anyone else you can aim at? Really, you can't go for that guy hiding behind the pew. Really hoping you could. Okay, Zacharias, switch over to your Navy gun. Oh. Okay, get in behind here. There, that lets you hit at everyone. Especially this guy. Alright, get next to this guy, hit him with your holy musket. And a masked man. Kill this one. With the treacherous Diego and his native soldiers, or when the treacherous Diego and his native soldiers were dead, Vasquez showed no signs of signets of regret. Zacharias hid his worries over what Vasquez had become. Meanwhile, the Red Star glowed brighter than ever, clearly showing their destination. Vasquez ordered the remaining men to move out to the east. Good boy. Now then, we already went ahead and hired up a bunch of workers, so we don't need to go back to the village. Yet. The old road led into a massive pile of rocks. Vasquez was convinced the Golden City was somewhere beyond it, but moving these rocks would take a large amounts of either manpower or gunpowder. After 2 days of hard labor, the peons finally managed to move the rocks. Well, didn't lose anybody in the process. Hidden in the rubble of the ancient ruined village, they discovered a container made of solid rock. With great effort, they managed to pry it open. Inside, they found strange scriptures covered in what looked like gibberish. Vasquez found he could read them effortlessly. Zompantli. Scripture described a wall of skulls that barred access to most to the most sacred place. Its creator had deliberately left it incomplete. Only by completing it could it be brought down, and completing it meant sacrifice. Rituals. Text described numerous rituals in great detail. Among them was an ancient ball game that had been used to determine whether one team or another would be sacrificed. Gods of Nature. Let's see. Gods of Nature. Metztil. Oh boy, I'm not going to be able to pronounce these. The god of the moon. Talal Tekshultli. The goddess of the earth. Chalchiuhetlichu? I am butchering these names. The goddess of the springs. Sentzon Huitsanahua, the god of the stars. Ehekatel, the god of the wind. Let's see. Ometeotel, the great creator. Teotil, the god of time. Coatli Kui, the mother of all women. The gods of man. Tezecatlipoca, the universal power. Quetzalcoatl, that's the only one I know, the god of life. Talalok, the god of storms. I only know that one vaguely because of the Hearts of Iron 4 Old World Blues recent update. Mixcoatl, the god of war. Huitzilopok Hetili, the god of the sun. Now, obviously, this is going to be important information. Ooh, that reminds me, I need to hit the Fate Trader and buy a holy musket. Oh boy. Oh, good. Froze up there for a second. I'm hoping it hasn't affected the recording. Learn some basics of Aztec religion. Need to solve a riddle. See, traveling to the ball court. An ancient court used to play the game to appease the gods. A ball and a ceremonial dagger set next to the field of play. Alright, sacrifice some peons. 20 peons were stripped to the waist and lined up in 2 groups. Vasquez quickly explained the rules to them. The team with the most goals would sacrifice the other for the glory of the gods. The peons immediately leapt into action, playing for their lives. Finally, one team emerged victorious. The losers knelt to meet their fates. As their throats were slit one by one, their blood filled a previously invisible pattern in the floor, revealing an inscription only Vasquez could read. The inscription read, "The moon is the mother of all power." Alright, head to the tomb to snatch some skulls. The men cleared the tomb's entrance and ventured inside. In the dark interior lay huge piles of human skulls, along with several large metallic chests. The men cleared the tomb's entrance and ventured inside. In the dark interior lay huge piles of human skulls, along with several large metallic chests. Sent into the tomb. Soon after entering the tomb, the peons began to cough, several dropping dead almost instantly. With their last breath, they managed to remove the chests from the tomb. Inside them, Vasquez found skulls with the names of different gods engraved in their foreheads. Oh boy, I believe there's actually an achievement for getting through this without, or with 50 peons left, but I don't know. The Tzompantili, a giant wall of skulls, blocked passage to the north. There were several empty spaces, enough room for 3 more skulls. But which ones to insert? Okay then. Said password can be deciphered by correctly interpreting the statement you learned at the ball court. Earth creates life. Response to Talalachi Ometol Quetzalcoatl. Huh. Okay, the ball court. Moon is the mother of all power. Oh boy. Moon is the mother of all power. Metztili. Moon is the mother. Coatl Q. Moon is the mother of all... What was the last part? Moon is the mother of all power. Moon is the mother of all power. Yeah, I've given up on trying to pronounce them. So let's see. Moon, M, C, and T-E. As the final skull was inserted, the entire structure began to tremble. Seconds later, it collapsed to dust and rubble. The path to the temple lay open. Ooh. Once you've gained access to the Temple of Doom, allow your expedition members to drink from the wellspring. Heal off any injuries or diseases afflicting your posse members. Men came upon a small lake filled with crystalline water that sprang from the mountains. After preceding horrors, a place like this seemed miraculous. Peons ran to it and drank deeply. They were instantly refreshed and felt as if all they had seen until now had been nothing more than a bad dream. Vasquez drank up from the water through the opening of his mask. A few drops that made it to his mouth made him forget any pains he had. Zacharias sat on a rock behind Vasquez, who stood staring at the temple in the distance. Eventually, Zacharias spoke. Zacharias recalled the tragedy of Diego's treachery and said he hoped Vasquez knew he would never betray him. Vasquez turned to his old companion and told him that their friendship was the one thing that he was absolutely sure of. And that ain't a good thing, Zacharias. Now, we are meant to go back to the Fate Trader and buy a Holy Musket, but his stock doesn't replenish until you go through a tactical mission. So we're going in one short on this. But we are unfortunately out of time for this episode. So the final mission will have to wait until the next episode. Which, considering I don't have any secondary series going on at this very moment, at least not until... At least not until Crosscode's New Game Plus is released, which, according to their recent post, isn't happening until the 13th. For you guys means, well, tomorrow, because this is going up Tuesday, even though I'm recording it Sunday, but beside the point. Anyways, if you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content, don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notifications for when I upload, or to hit the straw pulling to vote for our next Let's Play. And please, leave a comment down below this video. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.